Oh, good morning, you guys. It is Friday here in the Philippines, you guys. We are live on the set, and my Lord, we're getting ready this Friday, you guys. We have a guest in town. I got to get my dreads right. They're just all over the place this morning. You guys see my tight fade, right? You see my little fade and my little artwork. Give a big shout out, you guys, to my barbero, my stylist out there, Du Bois Barbershop, you guys, in the Philippines Islands, you guys. Fantastic guy. He's got me all hooked up. Hope you guys have your coffee, cocktails, whatever you got. I see you guys ranking in on Facebook, ranking in on YouTube. Back in the back lobby, you guys, Dr. Krucial is here. I know you guys all want to see him. You don't want to see my black ass show. I know you want to see Dr. Krucial, baby. You guys chime in live in the comments. You can ask questions. You can talk shit, whatever you want to do, because Krucial is here to answer your questions. I will be here too to answer your questions as well, you guys, because a lot of you guys have been ringing in, talking to us about this new damn word, imposter syndrome. You know, I guess that's the art of feeling like you ain't doing nothing that you should be doing right now, or you're not enough to do it, or maybe it's in a relationship, maybe it's in a business. Mainly this show, as you know, I'm Kareem Jackson. You guys are here for the first time. I see a lot of you new folks here. I'm Kareem Jackson. You're live on the set. I help woke entrepreneurs to minimize their cluttered lifestyles, to outsource their business processes, to make more money and live their dream lives and all that great stuff, and outsource their business processes so they can live free forever and live the freedom they want, the lifestyle they want, and all of that great stuff. That's what I do, you guys. And a lot of times for Black entrepreneurs, minority entrepreneurs, it gets into the personal life a little bit. You know, it's not all about business. You're dealing with racism. You're dealing with diversity. You're dealing with inclusion. You're dealing with imposter syndrome. And so I like to give topics that kind of give us, you know, entrepreneurs a wide perspective. If you guys remember last week, we had I think it was 7 signs you need to break the hell up with your partner right now. If you remember that episode, really popular episode, I'm glad you guys liked that. And this is what triggered Dr. Krucial to be here today, you guys. So I want to make sure that I, showcase him, get you guys enough time to ask him questions. If you're just chime in. Let me know where you're watching from. Anyway, you guys, this is a great episode. I want you guys to understand, for one, is that if you do not feel like you're enough and you're an entrepreneur, especially you guys, that's kind of the way it is. You are selling something that does not exist. You are giving someone a vision of what you want to happen, whether that's investors, your partner, your lover, your banker, your clients, whatever it is. It's like if you're building a house and the clients, they don't even have the land yet, but they're talking about their dream house and the tile and their bedrooms and how things are going to look and the staircase and all of this, maybe colors, but ain't nothing there. That is kind of how the imposter syndrome feels. And the reason why it's a big deal for entrepreneurs is because we are always trained to fake it till we make it. And I think that's really hard for a lot of us, you guys. And it really takes a lot of us down and causes depression. And now with COVID, a lot of us have been going through a lot of suicides back home in America, you guys. A lot of folks have taken their lives. They've lost everything. And they're really just feeling like imposters right now. They're speaking about success and go do this and get your dream and all this stuff when they ain't even got a house to live in right now. So they're feeling really bad. So I wanted to bring my boy on here to talk to you guys about it so you guys get some perspective. So go ahead and share this and like this. Krucial, where you at, baby? Let me get Krucial in here, you guys, so you guys can get right to this. Here we go, baby. Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Good morning. And it's morning over there, huh?
Krucial is in the house, you guys. You guys don't know this guy. Wait a second. I want to look smart. Wait.
I can't keep him on there. I hate the.
I want to look smart. Wait.
Look at my friend.
So we look like we know what we're talking about.
Absolutely. Makes you look like you're sophisticated.
Well, Krucial, brother, you guys, I gave you the plug. I told them all about you, but why don't you tell them as well? Tell these folks about you, because your first time being on my show. I've known you for a while, but tell my viewers and your viewers as well, what's up with you? Who is you, baby? Who's Krucial?
Am I a little foggy, though? Am I looking a little foggy?
No, you okay. It was I got an air conditioner blowing on me. I'm in the tropics. You fine.
I was making sure that. All right. So, hey, everybody. Good morning over there. It's so nice. I go by the name Dr. Kreative, and I've been working in the entertainment business for about 15 years now.
Crucial. A lot of folks after the show that I did about the relationships last week, one part that I talked about, which was about you being with someone that doesn't understand the vision, business owners, entrepreneurs, specifically, especially black entrepreneurs, being with someone that doesn't understand your vision, and then they're thinking that you're full of it, that they don't support your idea, and you're kind of going through this imposter syndrome, even in your own home. And you had mentioned to me that the show was great, and I should have invited you on. It was a great topic. So of course, now we're here. We're doing great. I'm curious now, like for folks that are dealing with that, can you give them any advice? I want to know, what advice would you give these folks? Because right now a lot of regular people are getting into business for the first time in America. That's the big thing. I've been doing this since I was in elementary school, but these folks, they've been doing it for 2 minutes, and they're seeing all of a sudden all this crap that they're like, now you see we go through. Now you see why we don't talk to our mamas and papas and cousins. Now you see why we don't, now you see why we got to sit in our own zone sometimes and not talk to people for a few weeks, because at the end of the day, it's hard. But any advice that you can give to them, brother?
There's a lot of things you can say to that. So the first thing I want to make sure I speak to is the good thing that we have a lot of entrepreneurs, because especially for African American people, we do more black businesses, and we have to really set about support more black businesses. So yes, it's good that everybody is now an entrepreneur. They're doing nails, they're selling hair, they're making videos, they're making clothes, they're giving Etsy, doing all that wonderful stuff. But as for advice for that, make sure you check in all the right channels before you get into it. It's definitely a protocol that you have to go through in order to make sure that your business is legit. There is steps that I wish that I would have known when I first started my first business.
Okay, you guys, we are back. You guys, how are you doing this morning? We're going to try this again, Crucial. But as you were saying, brother.
All right, so I'm going to start over again so that I can get my point across.
Yes, sir.
The first thing that I want to say is that I'm very happy that, 2020 leading into 2021 has created a lot of entrepreneurs. It's something that I'm happy to see my community as an African-American male, seeing everybody working together, doing their things. I love seeing that people are selling wigs, that they're, doing nails, that they're selling T-shirts, that they're creating a source of income that's really, really nice. And I think that we need more black businesses. We need more individuals to support black businesses. But with that being said, we have to make sure we hit the right channels before we start our business and as we're doing our business. So that means that there are steps that you take to, one, make your business successful, to make your business legit and worth to get taxes back on. So for me, I am a serial business owner. And I always tell my people, like, never give up if one business doesn't fail, because every time a business fails, you learn a different lesson from that business. And I was looking just the other day and I was like, dang, like I've had choirs that recorded. I've had several businesses. The only thing that really lasts and stuck with me throughout the years has been my hair business that I had forever. And I no longer really do hair as much nowadays. But, and then I have an artist management company that outsources artists for major events, as well as I oversee about 5 different artists underneath my artist management company, Krucial Conflict Agency, LLC. So I say to everybody, don't give up on your businesses. And yeah, sometimes you have to fake it till you make it, but as you're faking it till you make it, make sure you're using your resources. Make sure you're looking at the people who are doing what you're doing or close to what you're doing, and then reach out to them, because some people like to give knowledge. Some people love to share their steps. That's how I got to where I am, or wherever I am in life. And I'm also a person, for me, for example, I'm really good at writing contracts. I'm really good at negotiating contracts. And so another part of my business is that I take people who do not have representation as artists, whether you sing, dance, act, or whatever, and I'll give you a template of a contract, or I'll look over contracts for you so that you're not being played. There are people out there who want to help, who want to make your business better, but you have to use your resources to make sure that you're able to be a legit business. So you do get some of that imposter syndrome a little bit, but at the same time, you have to use your resources to make sure that you're not sitting in a place that is not going to be beneficial to you or your business.
Really, really fantastic. That's true. That's a really good point, because a lot of folks, they really don't realize that the imposter syndrome isn't really an imposter syndrome. You just feel guilty because you're not doing what the hell you're supposed to be doing to get your legit business right. And I'm going to say this too, like Krucial said, as a caveat, there's no such thing as imposter syndrome in America. If you're in business, by default, you are going to be a sole proprietor anyway. But what about the personal tip though, brother? Like, what about the personal tip? Like, if folks are dealing with a relationship, you want to go for your dream, like you've been a serial entrepreneur, you just said that. How's that been for you?
There's an experience that I've had, and there's something that I know now that I need in order to be successful as an entrepreneur, right?
Okay.
All right. So in the past, it was stressful for the person that I was with to understand that I was a creator, that I needed to have a sense of creativity to have a level of mind. So I've created things in our basement. I will be in my basement in any place that I lived, be in my basement recording music, recording TV shows, having rehearsals, like spending a lot of time working on my craft and getting people together. I'm real good at pulling people together and making them do things that I want to do. And so it also was like a lot of traffic in the house, a lot of that going on. And it was something that was not understood because the person I was with didn't understand that this is my livelihood. This is what makes me happy. So of course, it created a toll in that sense that my creativity and my entrepreneurship was not respected or loved because it was not understood. And because I decided to try to make someone understand my creativity, I tried to involve people into my creativity throughout the years. And I realized it wouldn't be successful. It created a dissonance. It created issues in a relationship because the person was not my partner forever. So moving on from the past and learning from mistakes and knowing that, one, I have a professional side that it pays my bills. It gives me leverage in life. I also have degrees and all the other jazz that I love too. So I love working in the professional world, but I also need that outlet of creativity. And I'm pretty lucky now to be in a place where I work for a company that I'm able to have the business part, which is the mind. Oh my God, I'm going crazy. I got to figure this out, as well as let's do this and let's be creative. So I'm in a place right now where I think it may be easier for the person I'm with because I'm able to be creative and also have a business mind. But I'll say for those who are entrepreneurs, creators, and you want to work for yourself, you don't want to have, wait for your paycheck from somebody else. I say for you guys, before you get in a relationship or while you're in a relationship, that person should definitely know your goals and aspirations in the future and see how their reactions are, how their faces act when you say that you want to be a DJ in 2023. See how their facial reactions are. Make sure that you're constantly reminding this person that this is what I want to do. This is how I plan on getting there. And that person, if the person is made for you and supposed to be with you, not only are they going to hear you out, they're going to set up things for you. They're going to give you resources. They're going to remind you and keep on pushing you forward so that you are reaching your goals. And when you find that person, it's a partnership, and it makes the relationship on any entrepreneur way easier than being somebody who doesn't understand what it means to be an entrepreneur. When COVID hit, I thought my life, I lost my job and everything. And I knew it was God ordained, right? Because one, my previous job, I was like an angel to them. Like they loved me. You can tell it hurt the human resource department and my boss when they had to let me go, and the ED of the company. You can tell it really hurt them. You can tell by the way they spoke to me. You can tell by the letters I received. You can tell by the love that I received. But financially, businesses were just not able to sustain. And in entertainment, I work in the administrative world of entertainment. I'm the guy who brings Broadway to your cities, who brings Patti LaBelle to your cities, who brings children programming. I'm that guy behind the scenes, which I love. So for my industry, it was like, Broadway's closed down. All of our money's not coming to these buildings. We have 3 buildings. There's no way that we can keep you. So I did not cry. I did not go cuckoo. I just said, you know what, God, I know that this is something that I've been wanting, because I've been wanting to transition and move up it a little bit in the industry. I just felt like that was a push that I needed. So I took that time. I was without a job for about 6 or more months. And I took that time, which when you started seeing me resurface on social media, and use my talent of speaking, my talent of being creative, my random thoughts, my relationships with people, and just having conversations. And that kept me sane. And then also I'm also trained in Photoshop and making websites and singing background and writing songs for people and video editing. I use every skill that I acquired throughout my years of being an entrepreneur in this business and that business and this, and I had the opportunity to hone in to those things. And so I was like, all this comes together.
Because I think the imposter syndrome, I dealt with it a lot in the States, and my frustration was when I left finally this last time 10 years ago, I was really upset because I really blamed. And you know, entrepreneurs, we don't like to blame. We want to say it's all us, but in America, it's not. You're dealing with stuff that no entrepreneur in the whole world has to deal with, that no white entrepreneur has to deal with. You know, I know white companies that have come to me on a Monday, Crucial. They had to get their logos and graphics for some venture they're doing, get their LLCs because they already have a contract for $500,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They walk in the door saying, hey, how you doing? Good morning. How are you? And hire our company, you know, to do their branding or whatever. And they already have a contract. Whereas if you were to walk in for the same situation to be minority supplier, minority certified, they want 3 years bank statements, they want your credit check, they want some references, right? That's what I'm saying. So you feel like an imposter.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, no, these folks, they really just been doing this. You know, you've been doing it for a year, not 3, but they've been doing this for like a week only.
Yeah.
And they got the contract you're dreaming of. And I just blame the States a lot. I'm sorry about this. So
No, passion was what makes it happen, man. No, absolutely. I agree. I get it.
And these folks, so they got the relationship. You got to get somebody that really supports who you are, that doesn't make you feel like an imposter. So how do you recommend doing that? Like, what do you want to build? What should we look for? Like when we own the app, we put in our profile in right now. What boxes do we check?
So I'm against apps, but
it's COVID. I can't leave. No, I can't go nowhere.
All right. So it depends on the app, I guess. It depends on the app. I tried the app. So let me tell you what I had on my app. Okay. So I tried the app, and what I did on the app, first of all, I put recent pictures with, I think it was like 5 pictures you can put on there. So I had 5 pictures on there. I had like 2 full body pictures. I had like 2 close-ups and then like 1 really edited picture. But the other 4 pictures were not edited because I wanted people to see this is made up Malachi, which right now this is live stream Malachi. I look a wreck without all the extra that just went on before this, right? So I post pictures I'll post pictures that are recent, and then in my description I said something like, well, at that point I was new to the app, recently single. I'm not on here for sex. I'm not on here to pay money for any services. I'm only on here to find. What'd you say?
That's 2 boxes I need to check. I'll say so. Not looking. So go ahead. No sex, no money, boys. Go ahead.
Not here to pay anybody's bills or do any services, anything like that. I'm only here to talk with mature, grown men or women or whoever you're talking to and build relationship. If something moves further than that, then that is a natural reaction. So for me, throughout that time that I was on that app, I did not use that app for what people normally use the app for. I really found good people to talk to. I found people to have conversations with. I found a workout buddy on the app. I found people to go to dinner with. People brought me on dates, all that jazz. I met some really good people off of there, but of course there's some like people who were attracted to me and would say raunchy things to me. But I was very determined not to use sex as an agent on that app. So I think when your mind is right and you're on there thinking about a great possibility.
What about, like, did you say I'm an entrepreneur? Did you not, like, in other words, like, you didn't say any of that?
So let me tell you, when you're on the app, you don't tell them who the hell you are. It's none of their business. All they need to know is that you want to have a friendship, a relationship. But what you do is, as you're talking to the person, you get to know that person on the phone, then you start sneaking personal parts into your life into those conversations. So for me, I never lead with what I do for a living, because sometimes that can be an attractive thing for people. I never lead on what I've done with my past when it comes professionally, because that can also be something that makes somebody grab onto you. I keep it so basic. All you're going to get is the fact that I'm a father. I love art. Wherever my location is, I love to shop, and I love hood movies. So these things you're going to get from me. But when you start to trust that person, then you start sharing the intimate parts of your life, because everybody's not deserving of your intimate parts of your life. In your art and your entrepreneurship, that's an intimate detail of your life. And everybody's not deserving of that when when you're in that get to know you stage, right?
But how do you deal now? You went through the app, you found somebody, you hooked up. Now you're on your first date or your 10th date, whatever it is, but now you're dating this person. Maybe you've had sex already, maybe you haven't. But how do you balance the whole relationship and personal life and business dreams and ambition and things like that? But that person is not in business. They are working 9 to 5. They don't have a business.
All right, so you have the app. You talk to this person. Now, this person is someone who you want to talk to. You're getting to know. They're on several dates. For me, it's more so about the quality time. And so you decide to get in a relationship with this person. And this person is not in the entertainment business, or this person, so I speak of entertainment because that's my work in. But this person is not an entrepreneur. This person has a regular 9 to 5 or 7 to 3. They have a regular job that they go do their hours, they make their money, and they spend their check. So for me, I actually enjoy that, because what it does, if the person is on the level of dating at this point in your life, if you're dating this person, they're obviously somebody who believes in your dreams. They believe in your business. They're there to support your business, but they also don't want to have control over your business, right? So if you made the choice to date this person after you did all the steps it took for you to realize and do the evaluations of this person, wanting you for you, this person believes in your business, this person is keeping you on schedule, this person is making sure that you're fed spiritually, mentally, and physically. If you're already past that part and you're dating someone who is not an entrepreneur, that's actually a good thing, because the conversation becomes way more interesting. I'm able to say, baby, how was your day today? And that person could be like, well, I dealt with this and this customer did this, and this happened and this happened. And I could be sitting there like, oh, wow, your day seems real dramatic. My day was fun. Or it could be the opposite. My day could be stressful. I had 5,000 Zooms and I just need an outlet. So that person, it creates a different dynamic in a relationship. It's not a bad thing.
That's true. That's a good point. So we're assuming the best. And I will agree with that I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, now we rolling. We together. How do you maintain it?
Well, whatever you did in the beginning, this is so like stereotypical, and it's going to sound so cliche, but whatever you did in the beginning, you keep that same energy. Okay. So when I say that, that person becomes a priority. Me investing my time and hanging with you means that I'm now adding you into my entrepreneurship. I'm adding you into my future goals. I'm adding you into my operations. You naturally, when you really are supposed to be with a person, you naturally do things without having to be asked. I would naturally make sure I spend time with that person in the house, or watch a movie, or fall asleep on that person on their lap on the couch, or go on a date, or buy special gifts or flowers, all those things, because you have to remember that as an entrepreneur, you're always on the go. You're always busy. And it can make the other person on the other side feel like they don't have a place in your heart or in your life, or all you care about is your business. But when you truly care about a person, because you did all the steps it took to make sure that this person is who you need to be with forever, you naturally do those things. You naturally want to see them happy. You explain what you're doing. You explain where you're at. Don't let that person be without knowledge of what's going on in your entrepreneurship, in your business. My business, now mind you, I worked in entertainment, like I said, for 15 years, like real entertainment. But my business, as we first got started, we didn't have a lot except my knowledge and my spunk and my gift or gab. So somebody referred me to said, we have this special client and we don't know what to do with them. They're paying X amount of dollars and it's a private event. But mind you, this private event paid more than I've ever experienced. They need somebody to coordinate this event for you, and you need to supply some artists for it. I was like, yeah, I got this. I knew that the amount of money I was offered, it was a big, big deal. When I signed the contract and they were able to release the person who hired me, and so they hired me to do this really big charity event that took place in a really nice hotel, and I had to do all the legwork. And I didn't know how to make that happen. What I had to do was use my resources and ask people who've done big events. And I'm lucky to be in a place where I can ask different departments how they move around table settings and marketing and all that jazz, because I didn't have a marketing background. I just knew that it needed to be done. So I just used my resources. And then though I had to kind of fake it till I made it, I was very confident that in myself, knowing that I can do it and that there was nobody better that can do this job than me. That's not being arrogant. That's being self-reassuring in yourself.
So I think the imposter syndrome is reversed because I really believe that as humans, Jesus Christ was a carpenter. I believe that we came from entrepreneurship, and then this factory, industrial revolution changed the game. Then America got diverse and integrated. I mean, back in the day when they started allowing Negroes to play in the NBA and be in business and corporations, to where now from the 80s and 90s to now the whole inclusion diversity thing is there. But before, that wasn't even an option. I think that the imposter syndrome, to be honest, is a working class person's issue when they first go into entrepreneurship. Because when you have a job, you don't own nothing. That's the imposter. You got all this bushiness going on. You think you're all that and you own nothing. You're just working every day. And tomorrow you can lose that job. Whereas at least the entrepreneur, he's not impostoring to me. He owns what he has. Vision. You've got to be able to see what you're trying to sell or trying to create. And if you can't see it, then you can't act it. And then the imposter syndrome is because maybe you need to be more humble and realize I just quit my job or I lost my job. I ain't got no money. You my first client. A real entrepreneurship would say that. And as my first client, I'm going to give you 50% off. But please give me a reference on LinkedIn or wherever the hell it is. I think entrepreneurship, serial entrepreneurs like me and you, we don't really deal with that because there's no imposter to it because it's ours. If we fail, we fail. I can't just blame the company or walk away or quit or, what do you think about that?
And I hear you. I'm not sure even if imposter syndrome is the right way to put down entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship, a real entrepreneur, has their peaks and their highs, their lows. I want to give them, the parts when I just want to give up, or maybe I should do something different. Imposter comes off, the word imposter really comes off as like a fake and a phony, and you're impostering onto something. And I don't know if it's more so of an entrepreneur. We go into an area of business when we're just starting out, into a world of unknown. And because of that, to the outside of people, it looks like we're imposters. What are you doing here? They don't want to welcome you in. So the outside sees it as you're an imposter. You can't get none of this good fortune. Now that makes sense to me. But on the inside of the entrepreneur, we have to know that we are not impostering into anything. Sky's the limit. Whatever we envision we want to do, whatever we have set as a goal, those things can happen, and that it takes a person with tenacity for those things to become a reality.
So closing comments for these wonderful people out here, Krucial, what do you want to say to these folks out here battling, imposter syndrome and in their relationships or in their personal life or their business life? What advice you got for us, Krucial?
The one thing I want to make sure that everybody knows that, you don't ever have to feel like you're an imposter. When you're an entrepreneur, you are a creator, you are a visionary. You are someone who has skills that a lot of people do not have. And so when you think about it, you are
of the world.
Do you hear me? You are a part of a group of people that are elite, and know that. It don't matter what your business is, how your hustle goes, whatever it is that you got going on, just know that you are worthy. So walk into a room, shine in that room, use your skill, know that you are good and you are the person who is best at whatever it is that you do at the end of the day.
I love you much, brother, man. I appreciate it, and I will keep in touch, okay?
All right, thank you. Goodbye, guys. Nice meeting you guys. Nice meeting you.
Hey, you guys, I appreciate you guys being here today. It has been a wonderful, wonderful show, you guys. You've been live on the set with me. It's really, really nice. I appreciate all the love, all the comments, all the shares, all of that stuff like that. You guys, you can find Krucial. I'll put the link below in the actual final one, but you can just Google Krucial Conflict. You saw his name on his picture there. You can just find him anywhere. Krucial Conflict with a K and a K. Again, you guys, thank you very much. It is my Friday. I will see you on Monday. If you're in America, Thursday night. Have a good Friday tomorrow. Hope this gives you some inspiration that you can take home with you tomorrow, or take to the office tomorrow, or take to the business tomorrow. But understand, if you're battling this right now. If you're dealing with it, I know that we're diminishing it, but a lot of folks are dealing with it. But you're not really dealing with imposter syndrome, to me, unless you're faking it. But you're dealing with the fact that you're just new at this, and you need to learn some things. So anyway, you guys, Kareem Jackson live on the set. Go check us out. Remember this: success is for everyone, and that means you. Love you much, you guys. I'll see you Monday.